book of Exodus starts 400 years after the story of Joseph, the one with the Technicolor Dreamcoat. It tells us that the new Pharaoh in Egypt didn't know anything about how Joseph had saved the Egyptians when a great famine hit the land many years earlier. And because he was scared about how many of Joseph's descendants were now living in his land, he forced them into slavery. Also, to stop the number of Hebrew people living in Egypt becoming even greater, he ordered any newborn boys were to be drowned in the River Nile. However, in chapter 2, we read about a baby boy born to a Hebrew family who is saved by Pharaoh's own daughter and grows up in the palace as Pharaoh's son. All a bit crazy, really. It gets even crazier. When this boy who's named Moses is grown up, about 40 years old, knowing he isn't really Egyptian and looking for a sense of belonging, he goes out to see where his own people are. And when he finds them, he sees a Hebrew slave who was working as forced labour being beaten by an Egyptian slave master. Seeing this injustice, Moses loses it, and making sure he can't be seen by anyone else, Moses kills the Egyptian and buries him in the sand. The next day, he sees a couple of Hebrew guys fighting and goes and asks the one who started it, basically, why he's kicking off on one of his own people. The guy snaps back and asks Moses what he's going to do about it. Are you going to kill me like you killed the Egyptian, he asks Moses. This really scares Moses. He thinks no one else knows about this. And shortly after this, to make things worse, Pharaoh finds out about it and tries to kill Moses. So Moses runs away to safety in the wilderness land of Midian. Moses reacted to the injustice he saw by enacting his own form of revenge. But in the wilderness, you'll find out that this isn't the way God wanted to deal with it. But God did have a plan to deal with Pharaoh's oppression and actually all injustice forever. And Moses will be right in the middle of God's plan.